Wait. Did you guys hear that one at least?
I did.
Nope. You're going to have to put the microphone up to your butt.
I was actively listening for it because you were, hey, and then I saw the face and I was like,
I'm gonna actually go on the mic.
Excellent.
Dude, I one time did that and then I was like, oh, I wonder what this smells like. And I smelled my mic and then I almost puked.
That's...
Oh, tease.
Ladies and gentlemen, further evidence we know that Booger used to play League. This is just more... The charges keep stacking up.
We're in for a wild night. Welcome everyone to episode 285 of Born to Be Wild, a wild Hearthstone podcast where we have fun, hanging out with friends, talking about the wild formats of Hearthstone, and spotlighting members of the wild community. I'm your host, Hydralisk. It's great to be back on this wonderful Friday evening here in beautiful British Columbia. I'm joined by fellow host, ElectricSheepCity.
Meowdy.
And Schmoopydady.
For a brief moment there, Booger transcended space and time, and none of you reacted to it.
It was glorious. I was laughing.
I just try to get through the intro, man. And introducing, for the second time on this podcast, the spinning maniac, Boogerworm.
I didn't know that actually showed on your guys' side.
It was cool. It was really cool.
Because it said right click for additional options. I'm like, oh, what does this do? And I'm like, oh, I can rotate my own video. That's neat.
So for people who are not watching the video version of this podcast and want to see Boogerworm spin his way through the intro, check it out on YouTube.
Anyway, hi guys.
Nice to see you. Sheep, tell us about the show format.
For those of you joining us for the first time, welcome aboard. We record this podcast live every Friday evening at twitch.tv/borntobewildhs, and the video version of this podcast is posted to YouTube shortly thereafter. Audio versions are also distributed to all podcast apps. However you are watching, listening, or absorbing via osmosis this podcast today, thank you. Yes, you. Also, thanks for the heads up. I was totally right-clicking and playing with the video settings, so I was somewhat distracted. Yeah. I didn't rotate, but I did mirror momentarily, and I don't think that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Content plug, Schmoopydady. Before we get into the main topic of the show tonight, I'd like to say a quick thank you to the patrons of our show. Your support means the world to us. If you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, and comment on this video on YouTube. Another simple way to support the show is to leave a review on your podcast platform of choice. If you're watching live on Twitch, we've got some awesome emotes that you can unlock by subscribing to the channel. This is free if you use Amazon Prime, finally. If you'd like to support the show financially, you can join our Patreon for as little as $1 per month. We have some channels in the Discord that are unlocked by subscribing to the Patreon, where you can see the show coming together each week. Check it out. If you'd like to interact with us personally, please join our Discord, a free and amazing online community of friends from all across the world who love talking about Wild Hearthstone. Links to all of this stuff and more, including our merch, can be found on our website, which is www.borntobewildhs.com. Spinning Booger, or one of the other spinning idiots that are apparently on the podcast tonight. I'm the only one who's not transcending space and time. How is your weeks? It's going first.
Yeah, Boogerworm, how was your week?
My week's pretty good. I went bowling. I beat my house record. Yes. I beat my house record. So I had the old record at where I used to bowl at, and it was 865. It was 289, 300, 276, and then this time around I went 279, 289, 300 for 868. It's the third highest in my city.
Yowza.
Nice.
And if you're watching live, there's a picture of Booger doing that, actually. So.
In statistical format.
Oh, no, I got like an actual snapshot from when it happened.
Oh. I see.
Can I just say?
I sit corrected.
I don't know if we said this last time we had you on, Booger. I am very competitive.
Really?
I am very, very competitive, but I am so bad at bowling. Bowling makes me angry. Like I get
You're like my son.
I get tilted. Booger, I kid you not, good for me is like a 100. Like I am terrible. And what was funny is the last time I went bowling, there's a woman who I was watching who was like bowling directly into the gutter every throw. And all I did was I like changed how she was placing her feet. And then all of a sudden she started consistently outscoring me. Like I am just complete trash. And I drank a lot that last time, and I don't think I've done it ever. I don't think I've ever done it again. So this is very impressive, especially
Not a straw long enough to drink.
I would love to bowl with you sometime. Maybe it'd be so non-competitive I could actually hang out and like not lose my mind. But I don't know. I cannot bowl. I cannot bowl. In fact,
I'll bowl 300 on you.
Neon Heron, my best friend, the way I knew he didn't like this girl that I was dating in high school is he let her plan a surprise party for me at a bowling alley. She floated it to him. She's like, "You think he'd like this?" He's like, "Oh yeah, he'd like that. He'd like that a lot." She got a couple of my friends, and they're all sitting there like, "Hey buddy, it's your birthday. You want the bumpers up?" And I'm like, "Listen, I can't use the language that I would normally use to describe my feelings at this moment because we're trying to do a PG podcast, but my God, I am pissed right now." So yeah, that was all right. I'm sorry for the side. I'm sorry for the taking away from your week, but I just wanted to mention I have some very strong feelings about bowling, and they're usually rage.
And also, yes, you did want the bumpers up.
No. I'm a big boy.
I think you and I should go bowling, and I'll give you 100 pins a game, and I'm still probably gonna kill you, aren't I?
Yes.
Sounds fun.
Other than that, I don't know. I got 3 more CRTs. A lot of my viewers know that I collect CRTs.
Well, for the viewers listening right now that don't know, do you want to explain that?
A CRT is like what's the average age of a Hearthstone player? Isn't it like 30 at this point?
I didn't mean to explain what the TV was. I meant your collection obsession.
Oh!
It's a cathode ray tube.
It's a cathode ray tube, and it actually shoots scan lines and electrons.
You can actually use your duck hunt gun on it, and it'll work.
Yeah, I have a duck hunt gun in my closet.
Sick.
But wait, what was I supposed to? Wait, what?
Oh, explaining why you collect old TVs.
Oh, they're cool.
Can you hear them?
Nice.
Sorry, can you hear the loud whining sound that comes from them? That high pitched.
The capacitors.
The caps. I have terrible hearing, so I can't.
Oh, lucky you! I'm the only one in my household that can hear it. Like my wife and my son.
I can't hear them at all.
Cannot hear the sound, and it drives me crazy. I have to turn it's not like we have it on all the time. We literally have it so we can play Nintendo on it. Like that's the reason I have one. But I can hear it, and I can hear it from like 3 rooms over. It's like I'm a dog.
I'm partially deaf in one of my ears, and then I'm just have bad hearing overall. I can't hear them at all. I can't imagine my cats appreciate it very much, but
yeah, probably not. Yeah.
They use them like thrones.
Yeah, Chester really likes the Zenith. I
Zenith.
should have sent a picture of that one.
It speaks to him.
You know what? Here, why would I even?
You couldn't put your camera on it.
This is the Zenith, and then
Check
there's
it out.
a new one, and then another new one, and then there's one like over here. Wait, right there. Right, yeah, and then I actually use one for my computer.
I played World of Warcraft on like one of those old school ones when World of Warcraft first came out, which is kind of funny.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I mean, even like StarCraft back in the day, Diablo, everything on those old ones. Good times.
Every now and then I'll play like a random Flash game that I played as a kid. I'm like, well, time to throw it onto that screen and get the real experience here.
Are you going to like garage sales, or are you getting these from like a pawn shop, eBay?
So, garage sales, Facebook Marketplace, side of the road. That's actually where I got the one that I always use. And then estate sales. Typically, it's old people dying, and old people never... Like, when old people replaced their box TV, it was too heavy for them to get rid of it. So, it's just, like, in their basement, typically.
Nice. Is that one that's directly behind you, black and white?
No, that all of them are color except... Here, hold on.
It was just so far away, it looked black and white to me. I had a black and white one when I was a kid, and I used to play color video games on it. Like I was playing Mario Kart.
This one is not in color. This is a PVM. This is for a security camera that some dude took it, and now I have it.
Look at that. Black market TV.
It is also the Silent Hill 2 main screen, so it is a little more black and white-ish. So I can see why you were thrown off, Hydra.
May I date myself?
No, it's because of Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Ever so slightly.
I mean, also, I'm blind, and he's literally like a couple 1,000 miles away. I don't know. It's really far. So, like, I couldn't see it from here.
I can see for miles and miles.
Neither can Talon Ife.
I think when I was a kid, I think we had like a big, I think it was a Zenith. It was like a big one. And it went. For whatever reason, it went. And we hauled the TV out of there. And my parents had to replace it with this tiny little black and white thing that they had that was probably from the late 80s. And here's the crazy thing. I watched Dragon Ball Z on that thing. Like, that's how long ago it was. I was watching Goku fight Nappa. I was watching like the first go round of like Dragon Ball Z is playing for the first freaking time in the US on a black and white TV. It was incredible. It was quite something.
And then all of a sudden you watch the real deal and you're like, what? These colors are nuts!
Well, the thing is I started it in color, and then I was like, ended up watching like 10, it was a while before we got a new TV. I watched like 10 episodes in black and white, and then we got a new TV with color, and I was like, I didn't know that character was that color. Like, it was just like, it just like blew me. It was like the universe just popped out of nowhere. I was just, whoa, all right, this is even more awesome again. All right, yeah, all right, I'm back in.
It's funny, the color, like, you get used to it being black and white. Like I mentioned earlier, I had, in my bedroom, I had a black and white TV with antennas on it, right? And I had my Nintendo hooked up. And you get so used to it that it's not really that big of a deal. Especially playing, like, old school Nintendo games. Like, it didn't really matter playing the first Mario and Duck Hunt on a black and white TV, or when I got my Super Nintendo, even then, like, playing like Metroid or something, or Zelda, it didn't really matter. Yeah. But then, like you said, you hook it back up to color and you're like, whoa.
That's what that looks like? That thing?
Amazing.
That guy's that? What?
Yeah, hilarious. Anyway, anything else happen your week, Booger?
Nothing like important, but should I go over like
No.
How
about touch on? You can touch on it. We'll get into them later.
We'll talk about that one later.
But I've ruined the Hearthstone meta with Mizel's idea of Priestess Valish, Vet, whatever. An Equilibrium Priest, and then I was playing some Deck of Chaos, and Schmoopy's wrong. Deck of Chaos might literally be the most broken spell in Warlock. So everybody should definitely request that deck, and we'll talk about that later.
You need to ping Get Meowth and Corbett, because famously they talked about how great it was going to be before it came out, and they rated it super highly, and then it just
Seriously?
it fell and it fell mega flat, and people
It's 5 mana
joked.
do nothing.
Well, good. We'll get back to it. We'll get back to it.
We'll get back to it. We'll get back to it.
We'll get back to it, guys. Also, happy birthday, Schmoopy.
Thanks. It's not my birthday.
I know when it is, but I'm not going to tell.
If Booker's done Hydra, how was your week?
My week was awesome, actually. So I took last week off of the episode because my wife and I left Mini Hydra at home and we went to Victoria, British Columbia. We took the big ferry that we've discussed before, like the big one that's got an arcade and like 6 decks. It's huge, right? Anyway, we went over there and we spent, there might be a 7th deck, Booger. We went over there and
7 decks on that.
My wife and I basically spent so we got a hotel like downtown Victoria, basically a stone's throw away from the ocean, and like the inner harbor area. And we just walked around town and we went to a bunch of historic sites. We visited a castle, which was super cool. So obviously we know that North American history, there's not like a lot of like castles and stuff. That's usually in Europe, but Victoria's kind of like an older area, and there is a castle. This dude, I don't remember his name, built this castle. He was like the richest guy in British Columbia because he started like the coal industry out here, and he decided he was going to build this massive castle. It's called Craig Derrick, I think it's called. And so on the screen, there's an ancient picture of it.
Got 2 first names.
It's Craig and Derek, I know, right? Anyway, so there's a picture, there's an old school picture of it like in the 1800s, and then there's a picture of me standing in front of it. It was super cool. You go through a tour of it. Yeah, Sheep?
Is the picture of you standing in front of it in the 1800s?
No, that was in 2026, and it was taken about 1 week ago today.
Yeah, proof.
I think on my phone it might be timestamped. Or I'm some sort of vampire. Like that.
Please.
Good job, definitely.
I
That'd
think
be cool. Yeah, Toad's vampire.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was really cool. Actually, at some point in time, like during World War I and II, the castle was converted into a military hospital because the family that owned it or built it didn't live there anymore. And so anyone who, because it's right on the Pacific, right? So stuff that was happening, like say like out at Pearl Harbor, like anything West Coast that was happening, that's where they were healing people. They had beds all throughout the whole thing. And anyway, they turned into a hospital, and then now recently they've been restoring it to the whole Victorian age thing, putting the original stuff back in it. It was really cool. If anybody's ever out in that area, I know we got people from Canada that listen to the show, I would say check it out. It's super cool. I loved it. And then just spending time with my wife for like 4 days straight without Mini Hydra. I love my son, obviously, but like a 17-year-old wasn't with us on our vacation. So it was just cool for us to do that together as a couple. We don't get those opportunities that often. So it was really cool. I have been talking for like 2 months about reading this stupid book called The Passage by Justin Cronin. I finally finished it. My gosh, it's one of those like 1,000-pagers kind of thing. I finished it.
Did you like it?
I loved it. The only problem is it's a trilogy, so I got to do the other two.
No. That's how they get you.
We're a third of the way there. Whoa.
And if you actually read this back when it came out, if you read this back when it came out, like 2012 or whenever, it ends on the biggest cliffhanger ever. So you know that they're doing more. I would have been pissed because you got to wait, right? But I don't have to wait. I can actually just go on to the next one. But in the meantime, I read another Stephen King, Joyland. Sheep, I don't know if you've got to this one yet. It was cool. It's shorter. This is like a 250, 300 pager. Nice. It's one of his Stephen King's hard case crime books. It's like a classic. It's almost like, oh my gosh, it's like watching a movie from the 80s where there's a murder in an amusement park and you have to solve it, kind of thing. And it's like you're watching The Outer Limits or The X-Files or something cheesy. It's cheesy on purpose.
That sounds so fun.
But written well, because Stephen King wrote it. And it's good. And it's stuff happens that you don't expect, which is pretty cool. So highly recommend to anybody who's into a short read and likes kind of like pulp fiction, because that's sort of what it's like. Definitely enjoyed it. And got back and I've been jamming, what's it called? Oh my gosh. I've been playing Herald Warrior because that's fun. Can't really complain about it.
Looks fun.
It is fun. It is fun. So I've been doing that. I tried. Oh, I was going to say one more thing. What about when I was in the hotel? So on Sunday night, I was in the hotel and on my wife's laptop, I brought it on purpose because I wanted to make sure I finished my weeklies, right? But we're on vacation and I had some weeklies to finish and I decided to I didn't know I needed to update Hearthstone. But it was a 12 gig update. It was like 11.8 gigs or something. And imagine trying to do a 12 gig update on hotel Wi-Fi. It said it was going to take like 3.5 hours. I set it like 6, 7 o'clock at night. I decided, oh God.
Don't do it. Look at Booger's
I went
eyes.
out for dinner.
You've done this to yourself.
Anyways, come back later, and it's still not done. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and it still wasn't done. And I just gave up. Like I did. So I actually missed. I don't know which weekly quest it was, but I missed a weekly like this early in the rewards track, which kind of bummed me out because that's big XP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like missing those. Anyways, enough about me. Electric Sheep City, how was your week?
My week was pretty good. So the in-laws are here and house hunting. They put in 2 offers so far, 2 rejections, but I think that's people like negotiating and such. That's how that stuff works. Yeah. I did hit legend in in NA in wild. And I've been working on EU. I've also been playing some pretty fun things in NA since then. Boogerworm and I ran into each other a few times, and
That's funny.
That's not a deck that I'm gonna feature a lot, so I will talk about that one a little bit because dude, it's not good. I think I started 0-7 before winning one, and then I got to 5, what was it, 5-7, 5-8? It was about a 33% win rate by the end of the day. It's not good, but it was elemental battle cry. It was the Herald Shaman, but I only ran the elementals and the spells. Fun fact, you don't have to have Alakir or Deathwing in your deck. You can just run those and hey, here's an elemental that does your elemental things and a spell that gives you elementals to continue doing that thing. And then you discount your elementals and then you buff up your board. And then, I've won a few games with it. It was fun. It wasn't good. It was a blast. So like I said, not going to talk about that one later, but it was fun. In reading, I have been reading He Who Fights with Monsters. I'm on to number 8 now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they don't have different names. It's just He Who Fights with Monsters, X, Y, Z. I've been enjoying it so far. And then before I go to bed,
how long is each one?
Each one's pretty lengthy. Let me see. Let me check it out.
What's it all about?
Wait, really quick. When I ran into you and you were on Elemental Shaman, you weren't running the Colossal?
No, not at all.
Oh my god.
He was playing around the Colossal the whole
Were
time.
you?
I'm not even joking. I was like, dude, Sheep City's playing the Colossal. What a dude. Everyone was like, Herald Shaman? Okay.
Nope, not even running it. Nope. Not running, of course, Altraxian, not running Deathwing, just just playing for board and just having fun.
Wait, that's actually so awesome.
Isn't that fun?
Spoiler.
That reminds me, people got mad at me because I was running Deathwing, the hero card. I had 0 heralds in my deck. I did the total opposite. I was just running a 10 mana 12 armor minion or hero.
That's
good.
like single target removal
10
or
mana,
AoE.
Yeah, and
It's 10 mana, 12 armor.
It's good.
Yeah.
Do worse.
10 mana 12 armor. Maybe remove a minion. Maybe jam a bunch of random stuff into your deck.
Dude, people on purpose run Ceaseless Expanse in their deck, and it sits there costing like 45 for like 13 and a half turns. And I'm like, why are you running that card?
Deck chaos.
That's how you fix
There
it.
we go. See? And to answer your question, Hydra, so they're probably about an average of like 20 hours. Like the first one's like 28 and,
Okay.
26.
So pretty lengthy.
There are a couple of like 18-hour ones in there. The one I'm reading right now is 18. And then while going to sleep, I've been rereading, while I'm trying to sleep because, insomnia. That's fun. But I've been rereading Dungeon Crawler Carl 7. That one does have names. That one's called This Inevitable Ruin, in anticipation of the new one, A Parade of Horribles, which is coming out in May. So, stupid excited for that. Also, stupid excited. Oh my gosh. Next week, I'm going to New Orleans. My wife and I. Yeah.
No way.
So, Hydra, you know how you were saying that last week you and
How you
your
gonna get
wife
beats?
went on a trip without your little one? Next week, we're going on our first trip without our actual little one, because Mini Hydra's not so little anymore. But
He was when we started the podcast.
he was then. But this will be our first vacation away like that. My wife is going to like a conference. And so, you know what that means? During the day, I'm going to be left by myself. So I'm going to go see movies. Dude, I haven't gone to see movies in a theater in ages. So
It sounds fun.
I've already scoped it out. I'm going to go see Project Hail Mary on Tuesday. The book is good. The book is so good. So I'm excited. And then I'm going to go see the drama on Wednesday. And I don't know if I'm going to go see anything on Thursday, but yeah.
Cool.
So very excited. New Orleans is exciting in and of itself, but also doing those kinds of things. Yes, Mr. Daddy.
How are you going to get beads? Are you going to shear yourself in front of people?
I was going to ask that.
See, I'm not really a collector of microplastics.
Why?
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I'm just not a collector of those. I collect other stuff. So some of those are Legos, so that is kind of microplastics. But
There you go.
yeah, my
All roads
brand.
lead to plastic.
My brand of macroplastics, sorry, vice versa, is just, brick shaped. So not a fan of the sphere one. What can I say? Schmoopydady, how was your week, my friend?
Last time I was on the show, I was frazzled from coming back from my vacation in Maine. And I said, oh, yeah, and by the way, we're hosting for Easter. So we hosted for Easter. It was actually awesome. It was a nice combination of my family and my wife's family. And it was also like a combo, like, hey, we have everybody here. Let's also celebrate my daughter's birthday since her birthday was this week. She's now 5 years old. Daughter's 5 years old. Schmoopy is 8.
It's
insane.
You both have a birthday on the same week. Happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah, I thank you. It's not my birthday. So, so it was like kind of an insane, because then Monday we had off. My wife and I both work in the same district, so we were actually both off from work, which was cool. But like, I basically spent the day cleaning up after the party and making sure my kids don't kill each other. And then this week was just sort of like we had something every day after school. And so this is like the first time I actually get to like relax this week. And oh, by the way, I got a random virus, like flu-like symptoms. Wasn't COVID this time. Wasn't the flu. I was negative for everything.
RSV?
But no, it wasn't RSV. I still had fever dreams, and I had a lower than normal temperature, which was, I was like, no, not the fun ones. No, actually, these weren't so bad. I instead of getting stuck in a loop of an unsolvable problem like I usually do, which is my own personal hell apparently, I got stuck in a random loop where it was like whatever anime show I was watching was just like, all right, well, we're here to support you and we're your friends, and so it was like constantly like a looping combat, like looping combat of them just sort of doing that and high-fiving each other. So I was like, all right, screw it. This is not the worst existence. I could have worst existences in the world. I've lived worst existences in the world. So like this week has been a really long freaking week for me. So I'm happy we're here. I'm happy we have Booger on because he's an absolute maniac and he's a lot of fun. All the League jokes that I make are belying the fact that he's a swell fella, both on the pod and off the pod. So this is fun. I like that. I like that. Kind of. It's a little disturbing. Back to Hearthstone though. I got up to. I had the most surreal experience streaming this week. Couple days ago, I streamed an XL Healburn Priest. And I was like, there's kind of something here. This is kind of cool. This is really fun. Got off to a fast 2-0. I'm like, guys, this deck is like amazing. This deck's the nuts. And people are like, can we make it 30? And people are like, I don't like this card. I'm like, guys, shut up. We're winning. And then I lost. I kid you not. I lost 1-1, and then lost 7 in a row. And I haven't edited the footage yet.
One of us.
But I literally want to make the video. I literally want to make the video. Like, guys, I'm going to play one more. Hard cutting to me, like, dying. Guys, I'm going to play one more. Hard cutting to me dying. And I want to do that, like, 5 times in a row. And then have like the whole wrap up at the end, because like it wasn't necessarily even good content. I was kind of losing the same way each time, where it was like I was losing with draw, or I was misusing parts, or just like something was going wrong each game. Because the deck list wasn't good, right? The deck list just wasn't good. Yeah. So as a laugh, yesterday I was like, you know what? Like, there's this really weird heal priest that we'll highlight later. I was like, you know what? I wanna play this thing. And like have 2 days of heal burn videos and be like, haha, he's still doing it, right? It's because like we've already shown the first video where I'm touching the hot stove multiple times in a row because I'm a wild player, and like I just the pain hasn't reached my brain yet. The nerve impulses, they're not that sharp. So
one more,
and instead of pooping the bed, the deck list defied all expectations, and I went 7-1 with it. And then I'm like last night post stream, I'm like going to EU on my free to play account, and I'm like crafting it in my free to play on EU because I'm stuck on EU, and I'm like, I don't know what I want to play. I'm gonna play this deck, and I took it today from Platinum 5 up to Diamond 3. I'm right there. I'll probably finish. I'll get Legend on stream tomorrow. With it, so I'll get to showcase it some more. But it's really cool. It's really fun. We can talk about the deck discussion later when we're in our discussion topic. I won't proceed that. And the last thing I want to add, because I always add a little bit about how like my personal Twitch stuff is going, my streaming stuff is going. Just before the pod today, or literally as we're setting up the pod, I happen to check and see what my like, there's a little section when you're a streamer on your dashboard that's like accomplishments. And in the accomplishments or the achievements section, it has a little tracker of how you're doing on Partner now. Because I think they got so many random applications to Partner, they got pissed off. So they wanted to like spell it out for you, being like, okay, here's how many streams you need in the current month to apply for Partner. Here's how many streams you need to apply that fit our criteria last month to apply for Partner. Both of these need to be done for you to apply. Because I've applied like 3 or 4 times and they've been like, dude, you only had 3 streams this month and 5 streams this month. But in my defense, when you look at, like, there's no good way to track how many streams you were, because like I'd be looking at like summaries, and because I stream at kind of like a weird time, I'm like, for my time at least, it's right at midnight. I go right until like 11:30 usually is when I sign off, but sometimes I sign off at like 12:05. Sometimes I sign off at 1. Sometimes I sign off at 1:30 if it's like a Friday night or something and we don't have the pod. And I'm like, all right, I can stream late. So I think some of my numbers were a little bit like, you know, screwed up, where it's like it would look like I would have multiple streams, but no, dummy, it was 1 stream. You had 1 stream that was over that certain threshold. So they made it a lot easier. So I've been waiting for basically numbers to tick over. I've been waiting for enough old streams to sort of grandfather in. This expansion's been a banger for me. I've had people I've had like 80, 90 people just sort of showing up just to watch Hearthstone, and it's me playing it. Yeah. As opposed to, like, without any raids. I've been very, very lucky. Very lucky this particular expansion where that's happened a lot. So this is my earliest opportunity to apply. But really, like, if it wasn't now, I could probably still wait like another week, and I'd still have like 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't even do it, booger. Other more streams in the tank. That are basically the same way, and they don't give a crap if you do grades or what now. So we'll see. I've applied, and we'll see if they end up accepting me. If they do, I'll have my nice purple check mark, and then top 5 things. Hold on, let me look at my top 5 things that I will do. Should I apply to Twitch Partner? Hold on. I can look at those things. Order? Yeah, top 5 things. Yeah, top 5 things I'm gonna do. Nope, I don't have it. Anyway, there's a copy pasta I was gonna do, but I won't waste anybody's time. All right, so but that's it. I'm super excited for that. We'll see if that follows through. And yes, guys, I'm gonna ask Booger a question for Unrelated. What was in the news?
Thank you.
Welcome to the news. The news is so good.
Guess what? There's no news. Actually, there's a couple things. So we have just some reminders for how April is going to go. So don't forget that you have your weekly login rewards. You may notice when you pop into the game, you've got login rewards where you can either get it directly from the shop or it'll take you to the Battle.net website. And you got to click on the thing. You get your card pack or your legendary or whatever. Don't forget to do that. Just log in. Get your stuff. That's a good thing to do. Yeah. Fully appreciated. I love being able to log into a game and get things for free. So, and let's not forget, Hearthstone used to be super stingy when it came to free things. And it's come a long way. So log in and get your free stuff. Then we have the Firelands event that is coming up. So that's April 14th. So that's Tuesday next week. And that runs all the way till May 5th. We won't go over the rewards or anything for that, but just a reminder that that's going to happen. And then we also have the Heroic Tavern Brawl, which starts, I believe, next Wednesday.
Blizzard trying to steal my gold with the Heroic Tavern Brawl right before we get a mini set. Blizzard!
Every time.
Schmoopy's on their payroll, so he's making fun of you guys. You guys are 100% correct. The conspiracy theories are true.
Yeah, you know what?
Drain your money.
You can look at it either way. It does happen right before you want to spend your gold on a mini set. I get it. It does seem greasy. It's a thing that happens. They could space it out, but it doesn't matter. Let's say like your rent comes out on the 30th of the month, and then so does your car payment. Like that's not like planned that way. You just got to budget,
big
dude.
Car is scamming you.
You just got to budget. It doesn't matter. It's the same amount of money if it came out on the 15th and the 30th. You just gotta realize you gotta space it out. It honestly doesn't matter where you put it, really, because you're still spending the same amount. And you don't have to actually play the heroic brawl, because it is kind of a scam if you suck. So, sorry to say.
Put a gun to your head and force you to play it.
They do.
It's true.
They do.
It's the only reason I ever play it. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
I kind of like the rush, but, you know, to each their own.
Every single time I see it and I go, oh, this one, I gotta spend gold? Nope. And then other people are like, dude, it's so evil. I have to spend my... You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you don't have to do
They even give you your pack now. Like, you could literally go play someplace else and you get your weekly pack that you'd normally get for the brawl. Remember when people would be like crying? They'd be like, oh my God, I don't even get my one pack for doing the brawl. And they're like, oh, all right, yeah, like just go play a game.
I think the only time I've only been upset one time, and that was the pre-release Tavern Brawl where they had the really cool card back, which was like the beer mug. So we have the heroic Tavern Brawl from April 15th to 22nd, but we also have the dual class Tavern Brawl that happens April 29th through May 6th. So dual class is super cool. I know a lot of people often look forward to that. Doesn't that normally happen in October? Was that the thing, like back in the day that we would do the
Usually it's just arena. Yeah, they're trying to bring it a little bit. I think they're trying to do it a little bit more often in arena. And this is the first time I'm hearing about it in Tavern Brawl. That sounds fun.
Yeah. So because you don't, instead of waiting for it to happen once a year, you can you can do this time at the halfway point, technically, I guess.
You know what? I do remember them doing it in the brawl last year because Rogue and Mage were a funny combination.
Yeah, you could finish your quest on turn 1 with Shadow Step. And,
yes. And the little I don't know what the 1/1 I don't know what the 1/1 was. I was just like, use all your mana.
Ban Shadow Step this time.
Yeah. Well, they won't have to.
If it's standard.
Scrappy Scavenger.
If it's standard.
Boom.
Yeah. Anyways, that is the news. And we mostly want to get into our discussion topic because we have some decks. And we have our guest, Booger Worm. And I thought do you want to start off with the Equilibrium Priest, Booger Worm?
Yeah, sure. So, I know a guy who is very annoying.
Oh, what's his name?
And is rude to everybody. And his name is Mizel.
Oh.
And if you know that name, then you know that this is true. But sometimes he has good ideas. And he randomly was like, dude, what if we put Priestess Valish inside of Reach Equilibrium Priest? And I went, that's dumb. And then Fructo told me, hey, you should put Priestess Valish inside of Equilibrium Priest. Mizel's doing it. Here's his list. And I went, yeah, but his list is dumb. So then I made my own list. And dude, that thing's awesome. I'm throwing like
so
four...
is he no longer dumb?
No, he's still...
Which one?
I mean, I lost him in
are.
THL. I got swept. So like I can't really say anything. But my whole tactics...
His list was bad.
My tactics were, okay, I'm going to let him play Token DH, and I'm going to ban Libram Paladin. I'm going to let him play, like, his, like, Protoss, Divine Inner Spirit, Priest, and I'm going to make him play, I think it was Treant Druid. I'm going to make him play his hard decks because I don't know if he can play his hard decks because his cooks usually suck so much. So, like, you shouldn't equate your deck building with the player. Obviously, you shouldn't because I got my butt kicked. But, like, just to add context here.
Yeah, normally he cooks something, and it's like, okay, the idea is there, but why are you putting these cards in this deck for this, like, 1% high roll? And so that's all dumb. And so all I did was I put, like, I traded 1 minion out for Priestess Valish. I was like, all right, we did it, guys.
Cinema.
We figured it out. We cracked the code.
This is my deck.
And so like you would Creation Protocol Priestess Valish. Now this is kind of gonna sound like a rogue combo for a second. Schmoopy loves those. So you would have 2 Valishes in your hand on like turn 5, and you would do Illuminate, grab Palm Reading. You would play Priestess Valish to refresh some. You'd Nightshade Tea your own Priestess Valish. Then you'd Raise Dead your Priestess Valish, which then lets you start chaining even more spells. And by the end of turn 5, you have like 2 Grave Horrors, your quest reward, and Priestess Valish on the board. Oh, give Mana Burn to Priest, dude.
Before
yeah, right. That's what it sounds like.
So we've already dove into this a little bit, but for those who are uneducated about Priestess Valish, Boogerworm, what does Priestess Valish do?
She's a 1-mana 1/1, and she says, Battle Cry, refresh a empty mana crystal for every spell you've cast this turn. And first off, that's already strong at 1 mana. Dude, how was it 0 mana at one point? How did that even get in the game? Whose idea was that? What were they smoking?
It wasn't a rogue
0
card.
mana, just go nuts, dude. Who cares? Totally, Priest has no way to miracle a turn here. Don't even worry about it. Dude! Why was it's still playable at 1 mana? How is it 0? Anyway, so that card is cool. I have no idea how it was 0 mana.
I've seen the turns. The turns are quite something. I've done a couple of the turns. I've been like,
I played against them. It looks fun.
Am I done? Am I done yet? No, I could still do more. Am I done yet? No, I can still do more. Oh, I got a couple Grave Horrors down. I get all the Grave Horrors down? Oh, okay.
Yeah, at one point I had like a hand with 3 or 4 7-mana Grave Horrors. I did not complete my quest yet. And by the end of that turn, I had 4 Grave Horrors on the board, my quest reward, and Valish herself just sitting there all pretty. And I'm like, dude, this deck's... Oh my god, this deck is awesome! So anyway, yeah, that's an awesome deck, man. I love that deck. Mizel's awesome.
Miracle Priest,
So Mizel, not dumb.
Dumb. But Blind Squirrel finds a nut every here and there.
Monkeys
you know?
and typewriters and Shakespeare.
Yeah, and, you know...
A stop
broken
clocks,
clock, all that
right,
jazz.
twice a day.
Yeah. Something, blah, blah, blah. You know.
All right.
That deck is awesome.
All of the words. Okay. Well, do you want to talk about Deck of Chaos?
So this one's from the laboratory of Tinkady, quite possibly one of the most awesome little deck building terrorists on the ladder. Love that guy or girl. I don't really know what they are. But anyway, so Tinkady randomly went 22-9 with a Reno Lock deck that had Deck of Chaos in it, and I mean,
Say what?
it's leaning hard into the Deck of Chaos.
Yeah.
Tar Tyrant over here. All right, he was running Molten Giant, and I was like,
everyone is Googling Tar Tyrant right now, by the way.
Oh yeah, so
If you played
it's
Arena,
an
you
8
know.
mana 1/12.
If you played Arena, you know.
Which has +6 attack, I think.
On your
Plus 7.
opponent's turn.
6 or 7.
Plus
Oh,
seven.
6. Oh,
Damn it.
Damn.
yeah.
I'm gonna find where you live, Booger. I'm gonna find where you live, and I'm gonna make sure you wake up cold.
I
Do you even
I'm
wake
gonna
up?
take your blanket off. That's all he's gonna do.
swear it's
He lives in a cold place. I know.
I do. I'm from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Hold on. Fact check. It is +6 attack.
Confirmed.
Anyway,
Let's get into that
So-
deck of chaos.
It turns Tar Tyrant from an 8-mana 1/12 into a 1-mana 8/12 with Taunt and Lifesteal. It's a really unimportant part of that. But dude, it's running cool stuff like Faldrus Fellgorge. I don't really know why. It's like
And
a
then on
4-mana
your
7/4.
opponent's turn, it has 14 attack and lifesteal. Oh, that's fun.
It's a 14/12 with Taunt and Lifesteal.
And 1
on
mana.
your opponent's turn. They can't do anything against that if they're playing anything board-based. And, dude, it turns your Expanse into a 100 attack, 10 health minion that costs 10.
Ooh,
And is
question.
further discounted by all of those
How
things.
does
Yup.
how does the pig interact with this? So like this is doing the is it that just for comboing?
Walton Goggins.
Is that just for comboing with Glinda, or are we also playing it? Does it like it seems like it gets less effective if you do your funny. So it's just there for Glinda, unless I'm misunderstanding. Or does
Yeah, it's just there for Glinda, but also if you deck of Chaos, your Glinda is now 3 mana, and your Agumon is now 8, and you run a Sarah, and a Sarah's 4 mana, so
Makes
then
sense.
it's like a 1 mana 4/12.
that's cool.
Essentially.
all right?
Yeah, and you can Exodia people, and then I BM'd somebody, and I might have accidentally threw a game doing that. But dude, it's running like such conditional garbage. Like it's running Flesh Behemoth only to grab.
Yeah, who does that?
Linda. It's running Cattle Rustler to only grab Agumon. Curator? I've never heard of that card. That card sucks, dude. We're running Cattle Rustler. Dude, the deck is so cool.
Because post deck of chaos, it would be a 4
It would be
mana.
5 mana.
Oh, 5
'Cause
mana.
it
That's right.
goes-
They buffed it.
Yeah, 8, yeah. Oh, it's such a cool deck. The only minion that gets worse after Deck of Chaos is Zephrys. He becomes 3 mana.
Not bad.
Everything else either gets massive
All right.
mana cheat or
Or is what is this one? Sketch Artist? Or is Sketch Artist and is exactly the same?
Sketch Artist does nothing. Yeah, literally nothing changes. Dirty Rat, nothing changes. We have Sheltered Survivor in the deck. It's such a cute little deck. I love it. And I was fully going into today's stream going like, yeah, this is gonna be terrible. I'm gonna be so mad. This is gonna be the tragedy of video, because every single time I have a deck and it's just horrid, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna play another deck today. I'll upload that as the tragedy of deck name. Dude, this deck is awesome. It's so cute. I was fully expecting to just immediately die into everything, but it's Warlock with 1,000,000 board clears, and that's really all you need.
and a funny top end.
Oh, and
I
it
like
runs
that.
Dissolving Ooze. It runs Dissolving Ooze, so then you can play Expanse, which is a 100 attack, 10 health minion, and then you Dissolving Ooze it, and then you get the bones in your hand that's now, like, give a minion plus 100, plus 10, and then so the second that any of your minions stick, you just play the bones on it and just slap your opponent.
You know what I'm gonna do?
So, it's...
I'm gonna ship this deck to
so cool.
Wildcard.
Oh,
Because
yeah. He would love this.
I think he would love this deck because this is what he
It's
lives
awesome.
for.
It's so dumb. And it only runs 2 shadow spells, so Dark Bomb always grabs a Deck of Chaos, but Sketch Artist always grabs either Dark Bomb or whatever. Also, I will say the most sinful part of it, in my opinion, is the fact that you're running Symphony of Sins, and if you draw your highest cost, it just draws Expanse, and you go like, oh, that was terrible.
That was
Well, that happened.
That was awful. Why did I do that?
Great.
It genuinely surprised me at how playable that deck was, and I cannot wait to use every single one of my channel points to request 7 games, 6 or 7 games of this in a row on Schmoopy's channel.
Let's go.
No, no. We're down to two deck requests a person. Two deck requests a person. You can
between the 3 of us, that's
terrorize
6.
me so
That's
much.
6. There we go.
And if we get one more person,
then that's 7.
I am gonna find all of you,
What is that, like number?
and
how many
I'm
six,
going
sevens
to
have I
make
done?
sure
6 or 7.
that every single one of you gets a song stuck in your head and cannot figure out the artist, song title, or genre.
I'm gonna keep requesting spicy.
do another purple, do another purple. I have no clue who it is. My son's been singing that. No clue.
Maybe
Gets
made
stuck
it
in my
up.
head all the
You might have
time.
made it up.
Clues?
Probably. Probably made it up.
All right, Booger.
Yeah, so those
Final
do-
thoughts on Deck of Chaos?
Purple,
You know what? Corbett and Meowth, they were right, just like years away. Deck of Chaos.
Years ahead of their
officially
time.
Broken.
Deck
And
of
that
Single
happens
person
too.
should craft it.
Sometimes
No.
cards are cool later,
Yeah.
not at first.
Astral
All right,
Communion was one of those.
True.
Waited a long time for
TGT
Astral
and then
Communion.
That waited a long time.
Waited a
people
long
did
time.
play.
11
people did play that
years
card.
later.
Back in the day, they did play it. They did play. It wasn't good, but they did play it.
Pilfered Power, you're next.
I did lose to that card. When
Surrender
it
to
was new.
madness. Surrender to madness. I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be big soon.
Nuts.
Priestess of the White. I mean, it's the same general idea.
Purify. All right. Dusk Fallen Aviana.
Just much worse.
Come on. Pour one out for Dusk Fallen Aviana.
That's
not
a
good?
step too far.
That's
a step too
not
far.
One day.
Telling you guys,
telling you.
Temporis is gonna be broken.
It took me forever because I had a golden Dusk Fallen Aviana. It took me forever to disenchant it for something else because I was just waiting. I was waiting.
You're sitting there, you're like, yeah.
These
this minion
diamond
that literally
hands.
just
These diamond
this
hands.
minion that essentially
Savior.
just says battle cry. Killed myself on my very next turn. Oh, dude, it's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be
It's
great.
gonna happen for me. There's gonna
It's
be a
gonna
card
happen, boys.
that like
Hold,
reverses it.
do not sell.
All right. So, Schmoopydady, you added this quest line 69 priest.
Yeah, this
Legend
thing
69.
is so you would say to yourself, Schmoopy, how does it complete the quest line? That's the fun part. It doesn't.
don't
The quest
do
line
it.
is
We don't even do it. It's just there.
the
Sneak
quest
part,
line
you
is
don't.
there to
That's
make
not
sure
the first
that
time we've done this.
the quest line is just there for Medivh's Triumph. Medivh's Triumph is always 1 mana because the quest line's never complete. That part is cool. That's not even the coolest part. The coolest part is your ideal curve is Creation Protocol into Careless Crafter into Cleansing Cleric. For people who don't know card names, Creation Protocol lets you find a copy of a minion on your deck. Or does it pull the actual deck or just the copy? Just the copy, right?
Just the copy.
Just the copy. The Careless Crafter is a 3-mana 3/3 priest minion with a death rattle. Add 2 0-mana bandages that heal for 3 to your hand. And the Cleansing Cleric is a Chillwind Yeti Draenei who makes all of your heal effects for the rest of the game heal 2 additional health. So your bandages that are 0 mana now heal for 5, and like your hero power now heals for 4, and your Gift to Nanaru now heals for 5, and your Circle of Healing heals for 6. And the whole purpose of the deck is to lean on both the new card Ruby Sanctum, the 1 mana location with 3 charges that says, okay, your next healing spell deals damage instead. Or Embrace the Shadows for your KO finish. Embrace the Shadows makes all your healing effects for that turn deal damage instead of heals. So we're doing stuff like Desperate Prayering, but also hitting the opponent. Don't use Desperate Prayer and Ruby Sanctum, however. It is 2 instances of healing. The first instance is your face. The second instance is their face. So you will damage yourself and you will heal your opponent using Desperate Prayer and Ruby Sanctum. But that's like, this deck looks unplayable at first glance. And then you dig deeper and it starts to work. Because let's say we do our God curve, right? We get our Cleansing Cleric, we get our Careless Crafter, and we get our Creation Protocol all off, right? Well, the first stage of Seek Guidance lets you discover a card from your deck. So now if you haven't drawn your Embrace Your Shadow, you can go draw it. If you want to draw multiple spells, you can get Ethereal Oracle. It's just like you find what you need. Also, in addition, what's really cute is the Animate Dead brings back either your Careless Crafters for even more burn, so like you could kill it off and then make a new copy and kill another one off. I've actually brought a Careless Crafter back just to murder with a bandage to get 2 more bandages. It's like, oh, well, I just get more burn this way. This is awesome. The Ethereal Oracle, or you bring back an Ethereal Oracle and, oh, okay, I guess I'll draw cards. Right? Like, I guess. I don't know. I guess I'll draw cards. There's a lot of AoE, right? We're running Medivh's Triumphs. We're running Ruby Sanctum and Circle of Healing, which is a really cute board clear. A lot of boards right now are kind of tough to solve that are like Disco, right? Like Disco can make boards that the hit point is 6, the hit point is 5, the hit points are 4. And it's like, 3 AoE has been really good for a long time in Wild, but sometimes it just doesn't quite get there. And this deck can create the solutions that's kind of get there. So you just sort of sit back and you play a little bit of control and you swing face at what you can with minions. And then you just pop off and they die. And it feels so smooth. This was fantastic. This deck took me completely by surprise. Oh, by the way, Ruby Sanctum and Mend is excellent for single target removal, and you also draw a card. Yippee skippy doodah. I'm sure that's something they do in Standard all the time. So nobody's surprised there. But this is just a really cool deck. And like I said, I went 7-1 last night. That's probably inflated. I'm not gonna I had a hot hand. I got lucky. On EU, I have had more of like a 65-66% win rate. I would say I'm winning like every 2 of every 3.
Though we did run into each other on EU today. That was fun.
We did. We did. Sheep. I think Sheep got me down to what it was like 3. No,
but I got you down pretty close.
I died at 3. I don't know if I used a Desperate Prayer or something like that for my combo turn, but like we were kind of like, it's kind of like, oh man, I'm almost there. Oh man, I'm almost there. Oh man, oh, I got there. All right. I must have done, it was at least 27 damage from hand. It was close.
Yeah, oh yeah, because I was actively keeping healed up. It was like, it was wild.
So like dog hunts. I think this deck is good. Booger also likes the cute interaction of Ruby Sanctum and Gift of the Naru. Gift of the Naru will always not only be dealing 3 AoE, it's a Hellfire, but also it's a 2-mana Hellfire play, and you draw a card always because nobody's getting healed and everybody's getting damaged. So that's always cute too. So yeah, I love this deck. I love this deck to pieces. That would be my one thing. If you want to try a deck, try this code. Copper doesn't like the shards of the Naru, so he said cut them for insights. I cut them for insights, then I realized I sometimes need the shard of the Naru against Disco, so I'm doing 1-1 right now. I'm seeing what I like better. I think I might just like the balance of 1-1. Sheep, how's your Librams?
Yeah, so this is what I was playing when Schmoopy and I ran into each other today, actually. So, after the show last week, Schmoopy and I were looking at his opponent for THL's lineup. I think it was the aforementioned Mizzle, right?
It was Mizell, yeah.
Mizell, yeah.
Famous.
I read names.
Now
Yeah, famous Mizell.
And we were looking at the Paladin, and I was like, and my first reaction was like, well, I think I'd probably change something. And Schmoopy's like, but what though? That list looks clean. And I was like, well, and then I just looked at it. And I was like, No, that list looks pretty tight. I don't know that I would change a single thing. So we're only running one Myrmidon. That's the 3-mana 3/4 Naga that after you play a spell on this, draw a card. But we are running 2 Ethereal Oracles. So, spell burst, draw 2 cards. The number of times I've been able to Ethereal Oracle, Showdown Beam, and then I'm dealing 4 AoE, like we were talking about earlier about how 3 and 4 is like a different breakpoint. I've gotten 2 down and had 5 AoE, and it hits face again too. So that's been helpful a number of times. Last week, I also mentioned how whenever I was playing Seed, how I actually chewed through a plus 125 question mark warrior.
I think we just call it plus
got,
100 now. Yeah, we've given in.
We finally evolved. Thank you.
Yeah.
Who got plus 200 armor, and I did that once with this deck too, and I tried it 2 more times, and I got, dude, at one point I got them down to 20 armor. And then I lost. It was like, oh, come on. But it really does. Blackbeard at one point was specking me, and he was like, oh yeah, it's just kind of like Miracle Paladin. And I mean, it kind of does feel like that. Like you want your Crystology, which is always going to draw your Aldor Attendant to discount Librams, and possibly an Instrument Tech to tutor the weapon. You only need 4 Libram discounts to discount all the Librams, right? So 2 Aldor Attendants and 1 weapon completely cycled through, boom, you're done. If you get the other weapon up and, completely broken through, then cool. If your opponent plays 2 Cult Neophytes, you can still play stuff for free. That's kind of neat. But the extra one is just for redundancy, right? Because we run 2 Crystologies and only 3 one attack minions. We got our Librams of Wisdom, our Libram of Clarity, our Libram of Divinity. So those are kind of our Librams that we're doing. We're running the buff ones. We're running the draw ones. Showdown Beam, I think I already mentioned that. Our oh gosh, I can't remember what they're called. The Interstellar Researcher to just tutor Librams. I already mentioned the Myrmidon. We've only got one of those buddies, Tigress Plushie. The Nerf Revert, oh my gosh. So good, so good. It just eats aggro for breakfast. Yummy, yummy.
I was going to say, that's what spooked me about this deck was I was bringing a couple aggro decks, and I'm like, how do my aggro decks beat this deck? Because, you can kind of race Libram Paladin a little bit. You can push him off board, and then you can, sort of say at some point, all right, you're going to be making bigger dudes, but I think I can beat you faster. The Tigress Plushie changes that calculus because then they start rushing into you and put you out of range, and then I don't know. So that spooked me. You're not only just running the Chillblade Champion Charger, you're also running Tigress Plushies, and oh, by the way, you kill the first. It's you kill the first stage, and now you got a mini to deal with, and the mini's not coming out a 1/1. The mini's coming out a 7/7 because you've got both your Libram and Divinities. It's just a gigantic pain in the butt. I was like, no, I don't want to play against this. I'll make my Zell play all the hard decks. But yeah, I liked how clean this looked. The 2 adaptations is weird too, but you want something 0 mana to proc the oracles. So I think there's a lot of really intentional good choices that were made here to take the deck in a different direction that I really appreciated when I was looking at it. And I think you appreciate it too because you're playing the crap out of the deck.
Oh yeah. And of course, Sunsapper, Lunessa, Light Ray, and Chillblade Champion. So it feels so much like just Booger. You were saying that the Miracle Priest. This feels like Miracle Paladin because I'm dropping a Light Ray, I'm dropping another Light Ray. They're buffed from the Libram of Clarity, and I drew all of this turn.
Light Ray.
Yeah.
I've always called Libram Paladin Yellow Rogue.
It
Just because
feels
it's
like
just Yellow Rogue. It literally just you do nothing for like 1, 2, or 3 turns, and then on turn 4, it's just like, all right, have fun with my giants. Now I got big stats. And just like how, Rogue will like cult fight you. You don't run it, but like if you get cold feeted, you just sit there and you're like,
yep.
Oh, whoever made that card, I want to kill you, man.
Yeah.
Cold feed and rebuke. I hate those cards so much.
And the thing is like they're never good, right? Like they never have good stats.
They're never good,
and so using them properly, they're devastating. But like with Hostage Mage gone, that's like half the reason to even run the 2 cards is gone. Because you're trying to like hit certain turns. So like I don't know. I like this list because we're almost taking some of those like, we always ran this. Like at least there's no Night of the freaking Anointment. We're taking some of those suspect like 29, 30th cards, and we're I think making fewer of them while also kind of including stuff as like, well, this is just a good card. Why can't I run the good card in my deck? Theory Oracle's a good card. Plus she's a good card.
How are you not mentioning Sunsapper Linessa? She's literally the best card. She's got.
Oh yeah. Out. She is like the win con, and yes, the Chillblade champion Linessa double Libram of Divinity is like the core, like that's what people think of. So many times I'm like, yo, I'm gonna empty my hand enough. I'm just gonna Libram of Divinity double twice. Get 4 of them in hand now, and then just buff things a lot. And that's how I ended up winning that plus 100 warrior game. So like, yeah, totally like a huge like combo piece, really.
Every turn I press my hero power and a 13/13 comes out. That's weird. What's going on there?
You see how I won that game.
Yeah.
And then they start sticking around and then a Tigress plushie sticks around, and then even after they drop Odin, they got me down to 3, and then I'm back up the next turn. It's great. So yeah, very fun deck. I feel like the nerf reversions just really cleaned it up. With the Ethereal Oracle, we're seeing that in a lot of places, and I think it's good to have good cards. I'm glad that they unnerfed it, and I don't feel like it's too powerful, and I'm glad that we're seeing it like used places when it actually makes sense. That's cool.
Unrelated Advice with special guest of the week.
That's you, Booger.
Oh, wait.
Boogerworm.
Am I supposed to say advice?
No, you're supposed to. No. I say your name, and then you're usually like Schmoopy, and then I stare into your soul, and then I ask you a question.
Yeah. Let's do it again for the effect.
Okay,
Let's do it again for the effect. So I hit the button. Schmoopydady says Booger. Then you go, yes, Schmoopydady, and then he asks the question. Okay. Here we go.
All right.
Unrelated Advice with special guest of the week.
Boogerworm.
Yes, Schmoopydady.
What are the qualities that you look for in a desirable CRT television?
If it works. Realistically, though, the inputs. Like, if you have a CRT that only has RF, it's like, dude, now I gotta get cables and whatnot. So I at least
RF.
look for...
By RF, do you mean the 2 little screws that you have to put the little shoehorns under?
Like a coax, yeah.
Oh, no, I was thinking older than that.
Oh, no, I have one of those on that one, but it also has the coax, so it's like, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, inputs.
Inputs.
And if it works. Also, if it's a hot chassis.
Wiser words have never been spoken. You heard that on.
Born to be wild.
Hot
Your face is a hot chassis.
I was this close to asking about feet. This close.
What about
Lay
tracking?
it on me, brother.
Does your TV have the tracking knob?
No, none
Any
of
of
them
them?
do.
No.
Nah.
Okay.
A hot chassis,
Cool.
though, it means if I were to open it up, the electricity never
It's still
leaves it, so
you're right.
I could die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could just die.
Yeah, I teach my kids
Oh.
about capacitors. I'm like, hey, you don't
Yeah.
don't play with
Yeah,
your
no.
TVs.
Yeah,
There's
it's,
this-
so some of them are hot chassis, some of them aren't. Like this one isn't, but the Zenith that I have, if that
will
breaks,
die.
I'm not fixing it. I'm not gonna bother.
I have a
No.
story about that. So me and my friends used to live together as roommates, and we did this thing where we took one of our TVs and we stuck it at the end of our kitchen. So our kitchen had like linoleum, and then we put the TV out on the carpet, which is in the living room, and we could skateboard through the kitchen and all the board slide on the top of the TV, right? And then we put like a piece of plywood down on the other side, and we were just doing that. Anyways, we ended up breaking the TV. This thing wasn't plugged
I wonder
in.
how.
It wasn't plugged in. But one of my buddies, he's way bigger than the rest of us. He broke it one of the times, and it sparked, and it wasn't plugged in. Like it was holding power, and I didn't know
The
that
tubes
was
hold
possible.
power. Yeah, the
like
tube itself holds power.
It was pretty nuts. And this happened like, I don't know, we were like 18. This is like 22 years ago, I guess, but it's so funny. Like it sparked and it blew, and we're like, how the heck did that happen? We're all drinking beers and we're all like so confused, like sparks were flying. Yeah, it was hilarious.
What's crazy too is a lot of people don't realize, but like the actual tubes, the screen part, essentially has its own atmospheric pressure. So if you somehow manage
That's
to
what
shatter
that
the screen,
is.
it won't explode out. It implodes into itself and
It
just
does.
like erupts everywhere after that.
We broke one with a hammer too, which
Yep, and it
was it's
inside
way
of
harder.
itself.
It's way harder
Yeah.
to do than you would think. Take an old TV and try to break it with a hammer.
Outrageous.
It is-
I'm not
the
going to do that
glass is
because it
so
could
thick.
have a hot chassis. I think we're learning things here, right? Like,
This is
Wiser
all
words
going
have
to
never
show,
been
by the way.
spoken.
You're gonna hit it with a metal hammer and immediately electrocute yourself.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, no, it. And
Yeah.
dude, it's glass. It's not like a movie where it's like, oh, I'm gonna kick. No,
No.
it's razors, man. It's
but
it's razors.
thick. It's thick too.
Yeah, it's crazy.